we're just going to start aligning our body with our 5 principles. So we've got the head and neck alignment. We want to be long through the back of the neck, so the chin is slightly dropped down. Shoulders open in the front. So if you're holding tension in your chest and shoulders, try and just soften there. You may want to put your palms up to the ceiling instead of palms down, and that will help open up the chest a little bit. We want to start expanding our ribs on the inhale through the back and sides of the ribs. Getting some nice deep breaths, and then tipping the pelvis so that it's in neutral. So that means we have the weight in the tailbone and the lower back is slightly lifted away from the mat, creating that natural arch of the spine. Let's breathe in, reach the arms above your head, and exhale, circle around to the sides. Inhale, stretch up overhead. Exhale, circle around. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, around. And we're going to change the direction of the arms. Inhale, go the other way. Exhale, pull down. So just noticing how your shoulders are feeling, if they're cracking, or if there's some discomfort, or if they feel nice and open. Let's rest those hands now. And we're going to start tipping the pelvis back and forth between neutral and imprint. So we inhale to relax. Exhale to softly flatten the back into the floor. Inhale, return to neutral. Exhale, contract the deep core and softly flatten the back. Inhale, return to neutral. Exhale, softly flatten the low back into the floor. And we're doing that by contracting the core muscles. Inhale, relax the core muscles. And just softly contracting them. There's not a lot of effort here. We're just getting things warmed up, loosened up, aware of our core. And we want to make sure not to use the glutes here. 2 more times. Sometimes it helps to put your hand on your belly. And on the inhale, you can let the belly rise. On the exhale, the belly deflates and flattens. 1 more time. Inhale, let the belly rise up. Fill up with air. Exhale, flatten the belly, flatten the back down to the mat. Inhale, return to neutral, and just stay there for your exhale. Now we're going to slide the shoulders up. So we're going to inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Exhale, slide the shoulders down. This can be done either palms up or palms down. You can try both. Exhale, slide the shoulders down. But what we're trying to make sure is that our shoulders don't come forward. So we're trying to stay as soft as possible through the front of the shoulders and the chest, activating the muscles underneath, so the lats, as well as the muscles on the back of the shoulders. Inhale, the shoulders slide up. Exhale, the shoulders slide down. And the hands just slide along the mat as well. So we're trying not to be too stiff through the arms, but instead just get that movement to come from the shoulders and the back. And then let those arms rest long by your sides. Head nods, we're just going to inhale, drop the chin a little tiny bit, keeping the head on the floor. Then exhale, relax. Inhale, gently drop the chin. Be careful not to create too much tension in the neck. And if you have a lot of tension in the neck, either the back of the neck or the front of the neck, then just fold your towel, place it under your head like a little pillow, and that will automatically take some of that tension away. 2 more times. Inhale, drop the chin. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, drop the chin, and release. And the next one, we're going to take our hands up toward the ceiling. Palms are facing in. We can stay slightly bent through the elbows. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, pull the shoulders into the floor. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling and pull the shoulders down. So the shoulder blades widen on the back as you reach to the ceiling, and then the shoulder blades settle back into the floor. Breathe in, breathe out. We do need to keep the shoulders away from the ears at the same time. Reach up without shrugging, so this would be shrugging up toward the ears, and pull down without shrugging. So for some people, it might be very small movement. There might not be a lot of mobility there. One more time. And rest those hands down. We want to align the knees, the feet, and the hips. If you don't have your ball, you can do it without. Just pretend you have something between your knees so that you keep that alignment. We start neutral. Breathe in. Exhale, flatten the lower back. Lift the bum first, then the lower back, and then the upper back. Inhale, hold, keeping the core tight. Exhale, roll down. Now, if you're a little bit stiff this morning, or in general, you may feel like there's a lot of work happening in your lower back. If that's the case, don't come up as high. Exhale, press the back in, lift the bum. So you might only come up like halfway. If you can, you're going to come all the way up until this is pretty flat, all the way from your knees to your shoulders. And then roll down, pressing your back in. You might also feel it in your knees if your quads are tight. Inhale, exhale. So again, stay within the range that feels comfortable for you. You should feel like there's work in the glutes and the hamstrings. Breathe in and roll down. The lower back is definitely working. We just don't want it to be strained, doing too much to work against the tension of the front. Inhale, exhale. So we activate the core, really support, and also the ribs stay flat. So if we try and come up too high, your back's going to overwork. So we want to pull down through the front, breathe in, and roll down. Inhale, relax. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, imprint. Lift the bum. Squeeze the ball gently. Activate those inner thighs. Breathe in, stay. And breathe out to roll down. This time I want you to pay attention to your feet and notice if your feet might be doing anything weird. Inhale. Exhale. So the feet should stay relatively relaxed. We're not gripping with our toes or squeezing our feet. Inhale, stay, and exhale. So that can happen if you have that habit of using your feet to control a lot of what the legs are doing. So we want to be using our inner thighs to squeeze the ball without overdoing it with the feet. Inhale, stay at the top. And exhale, roll down. One more time. Breathe in, relax. Exhale, imprint. Squeeze the bum, lift up. Open up the front of the hips. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, rolling it down all the way. Now hug those knees in. We can take the ball out. And now we're going to straighten our right leg onto the floor. Our left leg is going to be bent. We're going to put our hand behind our head, doesn't matter which hand. We're going to lift the head and shoulders just off the floor. Breathe in. Exhale, curl up. Lower back stays neutral. Inhale, stay there. Exhale, release. So when you curl up, we're contracting and flattening. Breathe in. Exhale, contract deep core. The inhale is going to be challenging because we need to keep this tension, and then exhale, release. One more like that. Breathe in, tuck the chin a little bit. Exhale, contract the deep core, supporting the head, not pulling on it. Breathe in, stay, and release it down. Next one, we're going to lift up that right leg, the straight leg. Inhale. We're going to lift it up just an inch. So barely lifting that leg off the floor. Inhale, stay. Exhale, release. And again, inhale, relax each time you're at the floor. Exhale, contract. Hover the upper body and the leg. Inhale, keep the core engaged. Exhale, release. One more like that. Breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Hover the leg. Inhale, stay. And release it down. Good. Now this one, we're going to hold it up there and we're going to pulse the leg 10 times up and down, keeping the rest of the body still. Inhale, tuck the chin. Exhale, lift the upper body and the leg. Stay for one breath in and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, hold, and rest it down. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So switch legs. So your right leg is bent, your left leg is straight. One hand behind the head. Inhale, stay. Exhale, lift, just the upper body. Try and flatten the belly. It'll want to pop up quite a bit, but we want to squeeze the deep core. Inhale, and exhale, rest it back down. So without using the deep core and only working the outer layer of the abdominals, the belly will pop up a lot. Breathe in. Exhale, curl up. We also want the glutes to stay relaxed. Inhale, stay. Exhale, release. One more, breathe in. Exhale, lift. Breathe in, stay. And down. We're going to lift the left leg this time. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift. Hovering the leg. Inhale, stay. Exhale, release. Again, we're supporting the head. Be careful not to over tuck or pull on it. Inhale. Exhale, activate the deep core. Hover the leg. Inhale, stay. Exhale, release. And keep in mind that the right leg, the bent one, is not pushing into the ground. Inhale. Exhale, come up. Hover the leg. So the bent leg is relatively relaxed too. Inhale. Exhale. So sometimes we push with that right leg to make it easier to lift the left. The last one, we're going to pulse that leg 10 times like we did on the other side. Breathe in. Exhale, come up. Hover and stay for one inhale. Exhale, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, breathe in, and rest it down. Let's give those knees another little hug, a little rock side to side, very small. Good. And we're going to sit ourselves up all the way into child's pose. So with our knees apart, you're going to sit as far back into the heels as you can. If you can't get all the way down, that's okay. And then extend out through the arms and drop the head. So from there, I want you to take some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Nice, deep, relaxing breaths.
Now let's come up onto the hands and knees.
We want to spread our fingers wide. We want to place our hands directly under the shoulders. We're going to find our 5 principles. So that means the pelvis has the little arch at the back. The ribs are pulled in. The shoulders are away from the ears and the head is aligned. Breathe in to relax the belly. Breathe out, contract the deep core, tuck the bum, round the back, release the head. Inhale, stay. Exhale, come back down. So when we come back down to this position, we can relax the belly every time. Breathe in, relax. Breathe out, contract the core, pull the belly up, push the back to the ceiling, release the head. Now here, when we inhale, keep the tension in the core. Breathe through the back and sides of the ribs. Exhale, come back down to your 5 principles. Breathe in, relax the belly. Breathe out, contract. Sit back into the knees just a little bit more. Inhale, stay. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, relax. Exhale, curl up. Tuck the bum. Push with the arms. Release the back of the neck. And come back down. One more time. Breathe in, relax the belly. Breathe out, curl up. Inhale, stay. Exhale, come back down and lift the head slightly. All right, let's lay on our side. We're gonna do spinal rotation. So we can take our ball, put in our top hand, bend both knees. So they're stacked and they're not gonna slide across each other. They're gonna stay stuck together. Our hips are on top of one another. Our head is rested. You can put your hand under your head. Just make sure your head's not forward. So pull your arm back like that. Or you might find it just as comfortable with your head on the floor. Inhale, raise the ball up, look to the ceiling. Exhale, twist. Stay there, breathe in. And exhale back to the start. Inhale, reach the arm up. Exhale, twist. Breathe in to stay. And breathe out to come back to the start. Inhale, lift. Turn the head, keep the head rested. Exhale, twist. So if your neck is feeling strained, you may be turning it too far. Exhale over the top. Or you may need a towel under your head. 3 more. Inhale, look up. Exhale, tighten the core because we need to support our back as we twist. Breathe in, stay. And over the top. And make sure you're staying where it's comfortable. Inhale, should not be painful whatsoever. Exhale. Breathe in, stay. And over the top. 1 more. Inhale, lift and look up. Exhale, open the chest, open the front of the shoulder. Feel the stretch to the side body. Breathe in and back to the start. And we're going to switch sides. So again, align the head, stack the knees, stack the hips. We're gonna reach up, look to the ceiling, and twist. So both sides are hardly ever exactly the same. Breathe in and over. So if you're noticing it's a little stiffer on this side, take it easy. Inhale, lift. Exhale, contract the core. Breathe in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale, lift and look to the ceiling. Exhale, twist. Breathe in and stay. And exhale, over. Inhale, lift and twist. Breathe in and contract the core to pull back over the top. 2 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, open. Inhale, stay. And back to the start. Last one. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And exhale over the top. Awesome. Now we're going to turn over onto our back. And we're going to do some things in tabletop. So when we're in tabletop, we are usually imprinted unless you're really challenging yourself to a more advanced exercise, which then you stay neutral the whole time. Very important that when you pick your legs up, you do it using your core. So when I say let's go into tabletop, I don't want you to just pick your legs up like that, because there's no guarantee that the core did anything to just pick your legs up quickly. So we're going to exhale, pick the first leg up, set the core, make sure that felt like work. Breathe in, exhale, the second leg feels even harder. So now you feel, okay, yep, I've contracted everything. Bring the ball above your head. Inhale. Exhale, reach the arms up. Inhale, bring the ball to the knees. Exhale, contract and reach the ball overhead. Inhale to the knees. So we're challenging our ribs and our shoulders, and of course our core. And you have the option to stay here and not add any legs if you're feeling this is challenging you. Or you can extend the leg out. Inhale to the center. Exhale, extend the leg out. Inhale to the center. And the lower you go with that leg, the harder it's going to be to maintain stability. Two more. Actually, two more now. Last one. And take a break. So when the hip flexors get tired, then it's best to take a break with the legs and just hold and use the core at tabletop, or bring the feet down and then bring them back up again. Now we're going to add a different movement. So we're going to pick up each leg one at a time. We're going to put the ball between the knees. We're going to place our hands behind our head. We're going to inhale, prepare. Now exhale, lift. We're keeping the knees exactly where they were. Inhale, come back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, come back down. Now sometimes the legs get tired and they start falling away. You want to be careful of that. You want the knees to be right above the hips. And if you start to feel like your back's getting tired, you can pull your knees in a bit closer to your chest. Inhale, come back down. Two more. Last one. And rest. Your hands can be by your sides. Now we're going to squeeze the ball on the exhale. Inhale, release tension. Exhale, squeeze the inner thighs, flatten the belly. Inhale, release. Squeeze the ball. Release. Two more. Squeeze. Release. Last one. Squeeze. And release. Now rest those feet down. Keep the ball between the knees. We're going to exhale, lift the bum. You weren't expecting that, were you? Stay up there. Now squeeze the ball 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Heels are fairly close to the bum. Feet are hip distance apart. Exhale, lift your bum. Squeeze the ball. Again, 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Now we're going to pick those legs up tabletop again. I'm going to take the ball out first. Pick one leg up at a time. Put the ball between the knees again. Hands behind the head. Inhale. Exhale, curl up, but this time pull your knees in. Inhale, back to tabletop. Exhale, curl up in a little ball. Squeeze the inner thighs. Inhale, come back to tabletop. Exhale. Inhale, tabletop. 3 more. Squeeze the ball. Inhale, tabletop. Last one. And rest those legs down. Take the ball out. Give the whole body a nice big stretch. Arms overhead, legs out long. Good. And roll it over, all the way over onto your belly. So we're not going to need the ball right now. We can put that off to the side. We're going to lay on our stomach with our feet a little bit wider than our hips. Hands are wider than our shoulders. And now from here, we're going to engage the core, engage the front of the thighs, and we're going to just lift the head, lift the shoulders, and come up to a little back bend. We stay up, breathe in, and then we slowly come back down. Relax everything. Breathe in, stay. Exhale, tighten the legs, tighten the core, lift the head, lift the shoulders, press gently with the arms. Inhale, hold. Exhale, down. So it's a little stretch for the front of the body and activation of the back body. Inhale. Exhale, tighten the thighs, tighten the core, lift, pull the shoulders back, press up, hold, breathe in, and slowly come down. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, engage the legs, the core, lift the head, slide the shoulders back. Inhale, hold, and down. 1 more time. Inhale, stay. Exhale to lift. Inhale, hold, and exhale down. Now we're going to bend our knees. The knees are wide as your mat almost. Your head's going to rest into your hands. We're going to squeeze our heels together, creating an isometric contraction. So that means we're not moving anything. The muscles are not shortening or lengthening. They're just tightening in place and then releasing. So imagine you have $100 bill between your heels. And you squeeze so that nobody can take that out. And then release. You're also squeezing your belly. The deep core pulls up towards the spine. The glutes and hamstrings also engage. And then as you inhale, you just relax and keep your heels in place. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, release. Exhale, press the pelvis into the floor, squeeze the heels together, and release. We also want our feet to be flexed at the ankles, so our feet are not together, our feet are apart, it's just our heels are together. 2 more. And last one. And stretch out those legs. We're going to sit ourselves up, flip over, or half roll back. So now we're going to take our ball, hold it in our hands. We're going to keep our knees together. And we're going to do a half roll back. So the half roll back starts with the pelvis tipping. So we breathe in to start. Exhale, contract the deep core and roll back a little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Inhale, come up. Let's keep our elbows a little bit bent, so not stiff, because that tends to get us tense up in the shoulders. Soft through the shoulders and arms. Strong and tight through the belly. Inhale, come up. Exhale. If you're having discomfort in your lower back, you can try holding behind your knees. So that supports the core in its work to support the back. All right, 2 more. And 1 more. Now we're going to twist. We're going to sweep this arm back. Inhale, come up. Keep the knees together. Switch sides. Exhale, sweep back. Inhale, come up. Breathe in through the nose, come up. Breathe out. Keep the ball close to the floor. That arm stays low. Inhale, come up. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, 2 more. Last one. And up. Now I'm going to face you so you can see a little bit better. We're going to do some figure 8s. So I'm going to straighten my right leg, keep my left leg bent. I'm going to roll back halfway and take the ball just off to one side. We're going to circle on that side, go across, circle, figure 8. One more. Good. Now come up, switch legs, roll back halfway. Bring your ball up to the side and go. And all the way up. So we're going to take our ball. We're going to sit as tall as possible. We're going to sit up, breathe in. Now drop the head, drop the shoulders, tighten the core, bend forward, point your toes down and away from you. And now we've got a full body stretch. Breathe in. Exhale, tighten the core first. Start to roll up, start to lift the toes up towards the ceiling. And sit tall. Inhale. Same thing again. Exhale, start with the head, then the shoulders. Tighten the core, point the toes. Roll forward. Inhale, stay there, try and relax. I know you feel tense. Exhale, roll it up. Sit tall. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Squeeze the belly. Bend it forward. Inhale, stay. And exhale, come up. As I start to roll up, I start to lift my toes up. Inhale, sit tall, lengthen up through the spine. Head goes towards the ceiling. And then we drop the head. Bend, roll forward. Inhale, stay. And exhale, slowly come up. So now we're more prepared for our roll up. You may need a towel for your lower back. You may not know until you try. It doesn't have to be folded really thick. If it's too thick for you, it's not going to make it any easier. Okay? Some people need it thicker if you have a lot of arch, but the purpose of the towel is to allow you, as you come down, to press your back into the floor. So my back presses into the floor, but if your back doesn't do that, you put the towel there to press it in instead. So we're going to sit up tall, breathe in through the nose, activate the core, roll down, press the back in, reach overhead. Inhale, stay. Exhale, roll, bend, all the way forward. Now if you get stuck coming up, you don't have to go all the way down. You can go halfway back instead. It's important that you control. Inhale. Big exhale. Big stretch forward. Drop the head. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, roll down. Inhale through the nose. Big exhale. And during the hardest part of the movement is when we tend to tense our shoulders the most. So we want to take some tension away from the shoulders and make the core do more work. Inhale. So that's why we do a big exhale. And you might notice that exhale helps you get up. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in. And big exhale. And all the way forward. We're going to hold on to the knees. My feet start on the floor. I'm going to roll back till I'm on my tippy toes that are still on the floor, and then I'm just going to pick my toes off. Okay, so now I'm balanced and come back down. So we start with the pelvis. Tip the pelvis first, round the back. Start to take weight away from the feet and slowly pick them up. We are using our arms, we're keeping our shoulders down, and then come back down. Now, if that feels really challenging, stay with that. If it doesn't, we're gonna progress. Roll it back. Slowly pick the toes up. Make sure that core is kicked in. We're gonna take one hand just off your legs. Other hand just off your legs and hold that stable position. Don't allow your pelvis to tip. If it is, you hold back onto your legs again, either behind the knees or at the knees. Hold and breathe. Place the hands back on and place those feet back down. Awesome. Now take your ball again. We're going to put it between our shoulder blades. Now getting it there is not always easy. Doesn't have to be in the perfect spot right away. Once you get it somewhere around your shoulder blades, clasp your hands, support your head. Then you can lift your bum to roll the ball higher up between your shoulder blades. Or if it's a little bit off to the side, you could go side to side. But try not to use your arms to get the ball in the right spot because it's hard on the shoulders. So from here, we're tipping the pelvis in neutral, meaning we're not tucking the bum and flattening the back. Then we breathe in, allow the elbows to fall out, and look to the ceiling. Let the belly relax. Breathe out, curl up, and point the elbows towards your knees. Inhale, go back. Exhale. Point the elbows toward the knees. Inhale, let the elbows fall out. Allow your head to rest into your hands. Exhale. So it's not much work for the abdominals, it's a little bit, but we're doing it for mobility of your back and your neck. Inhale, go back. Relax. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, go back. And it should be comfortable. Don't do anything that does not feel good. One more time. Now use your hands. We're going to come all the way up off of the ball. We're going to flip over on our stomach again. And now we're going to do some movement with our arms and shoulders to help strengthen those back muscles. So from here, we start with our hands by our sides. Similar to before, we tighten our legs and our core. Then we lift our head a little bit and we pull our shoulder blades back and we turn the palms out. Hold and come down. Now, a common mistake is that people turn their palms out by rolling their shoulders forward. We need the shoulders to come back, shoulders to open up. And if you don't have a lot of range of motion, your palms may be facing the ground, and that's okay, but I want you to pull the shoulder blades together and not round them forward. So you relax when you get to the floor, you breathe in, you exhale to tighten the core, supporting the back, lift the head. You don't have to lift up too high, and slide the shoulder blades together. Stay and hold, and release. And our glutes are not working, okay? It's another common mistake. People use their glutes, and that causes their feet to feel really light on the floor or lift. No, we gotta press our feet down, use more core, and no glutes. It's very challenging to do. So that means you may have to stay closer to the floor. Don't lift up as high. Squeeze your belly more. One more time. Exhale to lift. Inhale to stay. And exhale down. Now we're going to put our arms above our head. And with this one, we're going to lift the opposite arm and leg. And we are going to use the glutes. So we're going to exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift the leg, lift the arm. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. And sit back in child's pose. Now on the hands and knees, we're going to do some rotation. So I'll do it from this position at first. So from this position, our knees are the same distance as our hips. My hands are shoulder width apart, and I have neutral spine. Now I'm going to lift my right arm and shift my weight to my left and to my legs and twist. And then come back down. Then we're going to switch sides. Inhale to lift, look to the side, sit back to the knees a little bit, exhale down. Now your range of motion may not be very big right now, that's okay. It might be half. Exhale down. You might feel like your shoulder is stopping you. Or it might be your back that's stopping you from rotating. Inhale to lift. Exhale to come back down. Inhale to lift. We have to gently push from the floor, from the hand on the floor. We're pushing away from the ground. Inhale, lift. And one more each side. Keep that little arch at the low back, tailbone in the air. Last one. Good. We're going to get our band now. This band. And we're going to do some glutes. So we're going to lay on our back. We're going to take the band, put it up over the knees. Just above the knees. You probably can't see my band because it's black. So it's right above my knees. Now my feet are going to be hip distance or wider. But if your feet are really wide and your knees are closer together, there's no point in that. You want to have your knees just as wide as your feet during the whole thing, okay? Unless we're doing in-out ones. But we're going to be lifting our hips up and down, and your knees, your feet, and your hips all have to be lined up. Or if you go wider, your knees and your feet are wider than the hips, but they stay there. So from here, we're going to press our hips up and come back down. So the main goal here is to squeeze the bum and the legs and the core. Inhale, come back down. Exhale, push up. Inhale, come down. Again, we don't want the feet to be doing extra work. We want to pull the band wide from our hips, not with our feet. If you have any pain in the front of the hips, then you got to go narrower. So you should be feeling it in the back and sides of the bum, but not here in the front. Squeeze the belly. Activate the glutes. Inhale down, exhale up. And I'm not rolling up and down, I'm just lifting from neutral, coming down in neutral, lifting in neutral. The arch in my back stays the same the whole time. Check your ribs. Are they staying flat or are they popping up? Keep your ribs in line with the spine. Last one. And down. Now bring the knees together. Slide the feet down away from your bum. Open the knees and close. So when we do this, again, we want to pull from the hips, not from the feet. So if you're feeling the front of your legs working or the front of your hips or your feet, do it with your feet together. I'd rather you use the right muscles, and sometimes the glute medius, which is what we're trying to get at, is too weak. And so it recruits the other muscles. Now hold it out, little ones, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and together. We're going back to that first set again. Heels closer to your bum, hip distance or wider, knees wide, push up, halfway down, push up, halfway down, up, down. Again, if you feel like your back is doing too much, use more core and don't come up as high. You may also need to put your feet a little bit narrower. Feet are nice and flat, lots of weight in the big toe mounds of the feet. Now stay up right at the top. Little ones out with the knees. Keep your feet on the ground. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and down. Let the knees fall together again. Slide the feet away from your bum so they're greater than 90 degrees at the knees. Slowly pull the knees apart. Slowly bring them together. If you notice that it's really choppy, the movement, try and smooth it out by softening the leg muscles. Soften the legs and use the hips. Now stay out there for 10 small ones. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Together. 10 again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and together. And out and in a couple more. Good, and done. We're gonna hug those knees in, take the band off. We're gonna cross one thigh over the other. So right at the thighs, not at the ankles, the thighs, and then try and hold your legs. So anywhere you can grab that you feel it in the bum, in the hip, and take some deep breaths. And place that down, uncross, cross over the other way. They may not feel the same on each side. Take some deep breaths. And release those legs. We're going to flip it right over on our front and stretch our quads. So So we're gonna reach for your foot. If you have difficulty reaching for your foot, sometimes the hamstring will cramp up too. You can use your band to loop over your foot. Yeah, my hamstring is cramping up a bit. That's not very common for me. There we go. So we want to gently press our pelvis into the ground to flatten out the front of the hips and stretch out those quads. And switch sides. Take some deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Trying to get some tension release in the front of the thigh. Good. Now come up on the hands and knees. And we're going to go side to side with the hips. So hips go one way, shoulders go the other. And we're kind of targeting this area. It might go up into your low back. If you don't feel tense, that's great. If you do, it's not uncommon. And let's try child's pose one more time and compare it to how you felt when you first did child's pose this morning. How do your back, how's your back feel? How do your hips feel? How do your shoulders feel?